Hi everyone. I have a Mazda 2008 CX-9 that had a hood that was closed and a cable that I pulled on that would not open. This is actually my first video, and I'm actually starting obviously at the end where I got it open, but as I was trying to do my research, I didn't have a video to help me, so I thought maybe I would try to make a quick one for somebody else that may have the same problem. So I didn't know what the problem was as I was pulling, but ultimately when I got in here, this piece was broken and this little ball had fallen out of the hood latch. So there's the root cause to my problem, but you can't see all that with the hood closed and unable to open it. So the trick to this latch is, this is what the ball is actually pulling on. I had to get this piece to release to move that over. And I'm going to show you kind of how I did that, how I went about trying to figure out what the problem was, and ultimately what I did. So the first thing that I did, and I had to go get this from Amazon, I bought a little borescope. The brand's not important, 30 bucks. And if you can imagine, with the hood closed, there is not much clearance in there. I had to force this borescope in here to kind of look around and see and try to understand what the latch looked like. And it was hard to see a whole lot, but at least when I did that, I was able to have pretty good light in there. So I left this in here and realized that I needed to, I'm going to drop this back on the ground, needed to find a way to flip this piece over to get the hood open. So what I ended up doing was taking a pry bar, and before I do that, kind of the other piece of the hood that I think is obvious, this is the part that goes into the latch. So when I was looking through the borescope, I was kind of able to position myself and realized where I needed to put the pry bar. So one little trick that I found, I put the pry bar in. Again, there's not much space with it, the curved side up. So I was able to push this in with the lid closed. And then once I got it in here, I flipped it over and I had this pointing down. And that's when I was able to, with a couple times, push this to the right. I can't quite do it with one hand. I'm trying to push it to the right, but I was able to do that with two hands, is just move this to the right, and then it popped loose. So I'm gonna do that kind of again with my finger. I was able to do that, and just to move that to the right, and then once it popped, you have to use this to the safety latch. But the key was getting this piece over to the right, and that's the only way I could find to do it, was just understand where I was, navigate, flip this over, and move it to the right. So now that I've got it open, I can see my problem. This is cracked. So I think I have to replace this cable. I have to figure out how to go do that. And that cable kind of goes into the inside of the car. With this being, like I said, something I do a lot of part swapping and watch videos like a lot of you. Just couldn't find a real good one on the Mazda. And by piecing together some pictures and other videos, I thought I would maybe create this one in case some of you are having the exact same problem. Good luck.